map and some other stuff. Let's see. Teams has been causing so much drama lately, so let me know if you can see this screen okay.
Yep.
All good?
Yep.
Okay.
Got it.
Great. Awesome. All right. So this is our midpoint check-in call for PurpleStride, Western New York. We didn't have our kickoff call back in October, I'm pretty sure, with you guys, which is totally fine. So this kind of serves as the kickoff and the midpoint call. The agenda is a little bit of our roadmap, but it's meant to be a very collaborative call, and we definitely want you to chime in with any suggestions. We're going to do a lot of screen sharing, and Jordan can make changes to the map kind of in real time if we do have anything. In terms of intros, I don't know. I don't think I have met you guys yet. I don't think I was on the pre-event call last year, which was around when I started getting on these calls. So I can introduce myself. I'm Hannah. I'm the market communications coordinator for Event 360. So I started beginning of January last year, kind of right in the middle of it. So this will be my first full PanCan year. I work right alongside Aaron with anything in the volunteers inbox. You might have already seen me in your inbox, but both of us kind of tackle the communication back and forth between Event 360 and you guys. And Jordan, you've been with Western New York for a while now, is that right?
Yeah.
I think everyone else might already know each other.
Well, Katie's kind of new to us, but she's filling in for Melissa. So that's the first time I've actually seen her, but we've been doing emails back and forth.
Yes. So I'll say hello because I haven't had the opportunity to meet Jordan. I think Hannah, you and I were on some of the Texas calls last year. So like Jen mentioned, I am overseeing temporarily while Melissa's on maternity leave. So I unfortunately will not be here through PurpleStride. Melissa will be jumping back in. I don't have an official date yet, but most likely I'll be here through most of February, and then y'all will get an update of the transition plan from there. But I've worked with PanCan for like 10 years. I covered the Texas markets previously, so now I just get to work with Western New York this year, in South Carolina as well.
And we're easy.
Awesome. How long have you guys been part of the affiliate? I know it's been a while.
I was part of the original group that started in 2018.
Nice.
And then obviously COVID came and I had my own illness and I kind of stepped back, and then I came back 2 years ago, and this is my third and final year chairing.
Been with the affiliate as of 2019, I believe, right before COVID hit. And I've been started on advocacy chair, and now I'm the affiliate chair.
Great. Awesome. Great. Well, you guys are in good hands with Jordan, as you know. So we can get right into it. So this is just some housekeeping. We wanted to plug the shared resource site. I know you guys are familiar with that. But PanCan does a really great job with keeping these trainings updated, adding new ones, all of that. We did want to ask, do you have a course lead usually? Do you have one this year?
We do. Oh, sorry, Jen. Sorry, this is your ball game. But
no, it's gonna. I don't know if it's really. Is it going to be your husband again? And
I put my husband to work and for that, and Dave usually steps in and helps out.
Great. Okay. Yeah, we love the voluntold positions. So much easier. Okay, great. And if he's done it in the past, these resources are probably what he already knows. But if anyone does want to be in the know of how we typically run the routes, these are in the shared resource site for you. We'll also share this deck in a follow-up email, so it'll be easy to just click on for anyone who needs them. Also wanted to check in on our deliverables timeline. This should look pretty familiar as years past. Not a ton has changed here. So the first round of documents has been uploaded to the shared resource site. If you haven't looked at them yet, that's no problem. That's what we're going to look on this call today. So where we are right now is just that review documents on Market Call 2 phase, and we're going to be doing this for one more week with the rest of the affiliates. And then you'll have till the end of this month to get us any initial feedback based on this call or further if you guys talk to the rest of your affiliate or are emailing back and forth. Anything that we get from you by the end of the month, those changes are going to be incorporated into the second round of documents that are uploaded on February 9th. And then after this, you'll have some time to look this over and get us anything else via email. So basically all of February and then into about the middle of March is when you'll have a chance to look over them and get us any final additional edits, change requests, adjustments, questions. That March 16th deadline is kind of our big bad deadline this year. It gives us, quite a bit of time to tweak things, but it comes up pretty fast. So it's good to point out. Then everything from that deadline forward is going to be incorporated to our final round of documents posted on March 23rd. And basically right after that, we kind of jump into our pre-event calls with you guys, where we just go over the final documents, make sure everything looks good, and mark it as like a capital F final for that event book on the 17th of April, which is about a week before the event. Should look familiar. Do you guys have any questions? Cool. Awesome. One thing we did want to touch on that might not be as familiar is some infrastructure changes that PanCan is implementing this year. They're looking to try and cut some costs where they can without compromising the integrity of the site or the event. Hopefully, have you guys seen these changes yet at all? It might not have come in this format. I know it's come down from PanCan in a couple different places over the past couple months.
Well, our location, our stuff is kind of very different from everybody else because like they'll supply the stage. We don't have any tents. We don't have to worry about any, toilets and all that kind of stuff. So I know when I sent in the new map to Jordan and Aaron a while back, I put on it all the stuff we would like. The 8-foot tables, the podium stuff, it's all on the one side, and I have it in front of me if it's not the one he has. But no, I didn't even see this. I didn't see this come to me, and we are aware of the no t-shirt distribution going on. So we're gonna probably obviously plan for that a little bit. But like that day morning, we're still moving tables around and stuff. They put them up early, either the night before and everything, and we really run it together the day before pretty smoothly.
Gotcha. Yeah. Again, you guys are going to be part of this core package, but not a lot is changing for you because you don't really have any tents. The one other thing to mention, I'm not super familiar with your guys' start finish. When you come out of the rink, do you have like a typical start finish truss usually? Yeah. Okay.
Yep. It's right there.
Yeah, that's kind of one of the only things that's going to be changing for you guys. PanCan is looking to pivot away from the truss where they can, just to save a little bit of money. And we're looking to move to like a balloon arch, like a nice purple balloon arch, or balloon columns, or we now have feather flags that'll be in the signage inventory that you guys can order if you want to go that route. Basically, instead of the truss, it's going to be on the affiliate to figure out whatever start finish they would like. You can get creative with this if you have any ideas besides that balloon arch.
I'm worried about balloons in April in Buffalo and anything very flimsy like that. The truss is, a huge setup in it, and it's weird because we come out of the rink in one place and the truss isn't even where it's kind of where we come out, but I'd almost be willing to see if we could do just an easy a balloon truss just inside the door. So
I think that's going to be something easier for us. I think, Jen, to figure out, because we could do it right by that entrance.
We're not going to have the tree. We're not going to have the t-shirts there anymore, so we could move registration out that way and maybe make it a little more of a different flow there, and have the balloons inside. And who knows? We got the balloon lady. She might do something for us. We could work something out. That's not. I did like the truss just for appearance's sake, but I understand that there's a lot of cost probably in paying the people to come set it up and rent it and this and that. Right. So it's not a huge loss for us on that. I don't think either.
Okay. And again, you guys don't have to make the decision right now of exactly what you want. Those flags are there if you want those. But when it comes
the standing feather flags that come with the water. Yeah, okay. We have tons of those currently, and even that's a wind issue, and the water things always leak. But if there's better quality of those and we want to use them, great.
Yeah, and with anything regarding the start finish that you guys do decide, there will be, if you see on the right-hand side here, there will be expense added to your local budget. So you don't have to provide an entire balloon arch just out of the budget you already have and cut into that a lot. They will supplement that.
Okay.
But yeah, again, don't have to decide right now. You guys can kind of talk among your affiliate, talk among Katie, figure out what you guys want to do. If you do decide, just let us know as soon as possible. I know you guys pretty much have probably thought of anything, but if there's peripheral items that we need to mention, things like weights, there's no balloon restrictions here, but just anything special, let us know. And this falls under that March 16th deadline as well, to get this all sorted. The only other thing that might affect you guys would be this AV package. Jordan, do we get AV through the site, or is this through a vendor?
Yep.
We get it through the site?
Correct. Yep.
Okay, so I might double check, just running this back to Aaron and our vendor, because for core packages, we're looking to get all of our AV through the DJ this year. Most DJs have their own equipment usually, and it's pretty easy to have them bring that. But since you guys are unique and it's with the site, I'm just going to check on that before telling you guys that you have to source this all yourself.
We get a DJ anyway, and we have a new DJ actually who the old DJ's equipment wasn't really up to par. We got a new guy last year, and he hooked right in without issue. It was great. He kept things going. It was so, and I'm sure. I think he already said, call me back next year. And so I kind of reached out to my experienced chairwoman and asked, she's waiting for my meeting on Tuesday to get anything started. But yeah, we should be okay with that too. Okay.
Yeah. And I mean, when we do reach out to the DJs, they're usually pretty surprised that like normally they don't have to come with anything, So yeah, it's pretty standard for them to bring speakers and things. So if this is on you guys, it'll be kind of easy to source, and we have parameters around that.
Okay.
But I'll get back to you on that. That's pretty much it. Last thing, the weather contingencies don't apply to you guys as much either, since you're indoors.
Oh no, it does. We're indoors, but we're not really indoors, and it is freezing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
we're not getting away from that. We need the heaters usually. Yeah.
And I know that you were requesting 6 heaters this year, I think. If that's the case.
Were we up to 8? I don't know.
6 to 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if I have it on here or not.
I think you guys wanted to add 2 more for the the basket area.
Oh, the basket area where the ladies sit with the money and stuff.
Yeah. More, correct.
Yeah, that was it.
So 6, or are we looking for 8?
8.
8. Okay. Yeah.
We'll take 2 heaters over any balloons. If we have to move money around somehow.
Right. So with these weather contingencies, again, this is something that's looked at kind of closer to the event. Obviously, if you guys are cold every year, it's something that we think about beforehand. But those heaters will be like approved, around, I'd say 10 days before the event, if it does look like it's really cold for you guys, which it most likely will be. Just kind of a note that
sometimes not even the cold, it's usually wet, and that makes it cold.
Okay.
It always seems we have damp, wet rain. I think out of all the years I've done it, we've had sun 2 days. That made it kind of enjoyable in the very beginning. And then of course 2020, when I was doing it at home on my walk around the school, it was fabulous.
It's beautiful.
Yes. I think we've had maybe 2 years that it's been sun. It's usually, we would look out 50s. We can handle that. We're Buffalo, but it always seems to rain, and that just cuts into you,
Yeah, it's so sad. Well, this year it'll be great weather. I'm calling it right now, knock on wood.
Can I have that in writing?
Yeah. No, I can't. I will not. You can't hold me to that. Great. But yeah, just something to know. We'll look at it a bit closer to the event. Other than that, yeah, I can kind of pass this along to Jordan so we can look at the site map for a little bit.
Perfect. Sounds good. As always, I appreciate you guys taking the time and putting together some visual for me. I love it. Makes my job much easier.
That was a great map.
There was.
It's like, oh, they know what they're doing.
So hopefully I captured everything that you have put on your map. So here's the full overview of what I have. We can start with here. I'll zoom in on rink 1. Oh, sorry. This map's always a little crazy for me. Come on. There we go. All right. Parking lot down to the south. To the left, start over here. Vendor check-in. We had 2 tables. Down here, registration info, Grand Club, and first aid, all 4 tables. You had T-shirt and Q&A right here. I just kept that. There were 2 tables and Q&A. I can move that somewhere else. Just let me know. Gift baskets area right here. Only thing your map didn't have was the stanchions. I added that on there. Wasn't sure you still wanted to use that. I think that was good to keep all the lines kind of in place.
Absolutely. Yes.
In the middle, food and beverage tables, all here in the middle. Purple play zone area up here with the backyard games. I did request for the backyard games again. We will have those again. Pretty much everything they provided last year, they're going to provide again this year, include the games and all that. And then healthy living vendors area up here. Their amount of tables. What did I have for them in there? 1 second. We had 8+ tables and 16 chairs, correct?
Yes. She usually, yeah. Two table, yeah. I'm pretty sure. I think we actually
And the back,
we ended up taking some down because some people backed out last minute, but yeah.
Yeah, I think we have a grand total of about almost 100 tables to use at our exposure. So I think I don't even think we used that much last year. So we have them just in case, extra table just in case. And then I think for the basket area it was 12 tables, and I think you wanted 4 to 6 chairs for that area.
Yeah, it's cats because we have
Perfect.
2. We also we have to do the people collecting the money who sit there, and then we also have sometimes we have a more silent auction with bigger items on it. So.
And when I'll add on here now, where are you thinking for the balloon truss? If you do it on the inside, are you said about vendor check-in area or T-shirt area?
See where those
between?
Nope. See where those 2 doors are on the left bottom corner to the
left
right
here.
Of registration. Yep. Because that's where we have some of our cheers and stuff stand. We have a group of elderly women that come and hang out there and just do their rooting. So I would think maybe somehow right in there we would do it. And sometimes we move like the Grand Club and first aid up into the middle more, so it's more across. It's more across from the door, and in the middle, like diagonally between food and beverage. So
and just an idea, and I'm just throwing it out there. We could talk about it on Tuesday during your meeting. Yeah. On the other side, on the right-hand side, there's that hallway. Right. Behind behind where the gift basket is on the right. Right. That's pretty enclosed. So just throwing it out there no, because then we can't get to the route easily. Never mind. Because there's that nice sidewalk on the left-hand side. I was going to say, it'd be nice to dress that up the hallway. It's indoors, it's protected. Yep. But then there's no easy way. It's not as smooth to get to.
It's not the yellow brick road out. Yeah.
No, exactly.
Never mind. Okay.
We got cars and stuff.
I was on weather yet, so.
No, when he first mentioned between the 2, I'm thinking, ooh, it did pop in my head to think about it. So, but yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we sometimes we have trouble getting people from that first side to the second side.
Yeah,
so maybe we will pull something in there as well. But that's something we'll talk about Tuesday.
Okay. All right, going to the second rink. To the left, we have our ceremonial stage. We had like 20 to 30 chairs. For the survivor area, 4 round tables with chairs, and then 2 long tables, 8 feet tables right here as well. The coffee truck again up here. Sponsors, 2 sponsors here. Like I said, we just kind of went from what we had last year. But we should have plenty of space for more when you guys add more. Memorial wall, why do I stride area here. Photographer to the corner right. The Hope letters right here in front of where the restaurant area side is. And then 12 tables and chairs right here in the middle. And then our all-star team and our pro teams down here. Anything seems out of sorts? Anything I'm missing? Anything you want to add now? Just remember.
I'm trying to think. Nope. It looks like the one I gave you.
Perfect.
For the most part, yeah.
Let me just make sure, double check my notes. I'm not missing anything. Yep.
Oh, yeah, because we took Shop Purple is not going to be there, so that's why that one corner is empty.
Yep, correct.
Yep. Yeah, yours looks better. I was kind of learning how to edit PDF with mine, but
no, yours has a lot of details on it. I love that you put where all the power was, because I always forget those areas. I love that was a big help too. And I'll remember the stool. I'll remember the riser for the stage and a podium for the stage as well. I made notes for that.
Okay.
Okay. Anything for a site map before we go on the route map?
Extension cords too. I don't know if you have that, Jordan, in your notes.
I can ask the site for extension cords.
Yep. Yeah,
I'm not sure they have.
We have a handful of them, but they usually.
We do. Yeah, they're usually very good at having them. If we ask them, but sometimes it's hard to find those people because they're running around busy.
Was there was there anything else that they provided? I should remember. I think last year they provided from the restaurant. What was it? Was it plates or something? Was it serving trays?
Yeah, for the survivor area, they set up the survivor area food stuff for us, so it was a little nicer than just us bringing paper plates.
Okay, I'll remind them again. I'm sure they're gonna do that again, but I'll remind them.
Yep, and the stage, as long as you got the podium with the riser, because it was big of a jump there.
Survivor area. Perfect. Okay, sounds good. All right, let's go into the route. So I just left it as it was last year. The Buffalo Police, they usually don't review this until after the Bills are done playing. So let's hope it's not for a while. But so just going off of last year, let's just hope it's not until February. I don't hear from them. Yes. So just going off what we had last year, last I checked, there was no construction going on. Just from what the city told me, but it could be different once the police start looking on everything. But just going off what we had last year, starting with a short route, going down Michigan, taking a left on South Park Ave, going around Key Bank, going back through Perry, and then back down Michigan Ave, right back down to Buffalo River Works. That's our 1 mile mark. Was there any issues with the 1 mile route?
The first year, I didn't hear anything last year.
Okay, I think the only problem we ever had was just signage. I think we added more signage last year.
And we did.
Did that work? Yep.
We did. I think so. Yeah.
I think a lot of people didn't know there was a 1 mile route, and they kept going the long route. Like, wow, that's pretty long for a 1 mile.
Yeah.
What's the issue with the route last year, Jen? Was it that police weren't at an intersection? There was an issue.
Was it South Park Ave? Was it here?
I'll ask my husband. We're going to dinner later, so let me follow up with them. There was
perfect. Right. Yeah, let me know.
It didn't create complete chaos. So there's something I remember him telling me about. They thought their police were going to be at their intersection and they weren't. And that's just kind of if they're not going to be there, that's fine. Just we need to know which intersections they're not going to be at. So we can staff.
I thought I heard that. Yeah, I thought I heard that. I want to say it was South Park or Chicago Street area. There was nobody there and people were going past, kept going on South Park. I think that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Let us know. And when I have my meeting with them in February, I'll bring that up.
And
I'll have to look at my last year's end of year notes. Yeah, I ran there.
Gotta find my notes somewhere. I know I was just looking at my phone. I thought I typed it down on my phone about that. And what was the other thing, Jordan? You said it, then it popped out of my head when I started talking.
Let's see. Signage.
Signage. No, signage was okay. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think what he told me. I remember just that one intersection was the bridge. Making sure the bridge doesn't go up. It didn't happen last year, but that's.
Yep. Oh, did it happen again last year?
No,
it didn't.
Oh, good. Okay, good.
But
it happened the year before.
Sure
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, Katie, just so you know, there's a little bridge there, and it was raining that year, and just as most of our walkers were coming up, bridge went up. So they're all stuck there waiting for the bridge, and they all took it in stride. It was all good. That timing-wise, it worked for us. Because everyone came back at the same time, but it was oh no.
And I'll reach out to other businesses again.
Oh, it says route. We need police in 3 areas with major intersections. That's what I have in our notes from last year. Whatever the 3 major intersections are.
Let's see.
Because he'll remember.
Yeah.
Because he's been doing it a couple years, so he kind of knows which intersections are the.
Perfect.
Issues.
Yeah, if you can let us know those by at least by February, I'm sure that's when I'll hear from police. Like I set up a meeting with the captain over there. We can go over those intersections to make sure there's police there as well. And I think we were good on cones last year. I think they did all the coning off for us. And then how's traffic? And I know that's usually been a big congested area lately with trucks and everything. You guys didn't have any issues with traffic and all that?
Not that I heard. Like I said, the only thing I have on here is we needed more police for the.
Okay.
Because we did a lessons learned, and I'm looking at everything, and that was the only thing related to the route.
And I'll make sure, again, I'll reach out to I'll send out all the notification letters to all the local businesses nearby and everything, make sure, they know that what's going on. And if they have anybody coming in to work or a wedding going on, I'll let the police know to let them in. I didn't hear back from any of them. There wasn't any issues.
Okay. Yeah, stairs and podium, more heaters, and route were the 3 things I had for 360. Yep. And you got them.
Perfect. So, all right. Well, anything else for route?
Nope.
Okay.
Not that I can think of.
All right. I'll throw it back to Hannah.
Awesome. Thank you. I had a couple more little logistics questions. Just timeline, confirming it. Was it same as years past? We have Event Village opening at 8 a.m., opening ceremony at 9, walk start at 9:30, and the event concluding at 11:30. Does this work? All good? Great. Good. Okay. And one of the last things that I want to screen share for you guys is the vendor tracker, or the IRF, as we have called it in past years, just because it looks a little different this year than past years. So I wanted to really briefly go over it and explain why and what you're looking at before you see it. So, in past years, it was divided up more vendor by vendor, and you could kind of go by there and see what they're providing, like, AV vendor, tent. Not you guys. You guys are actually you're so different. This might not apply to you at all.
It really doesn't.
Yeah. Okay. So we can just go through really quickly. Basically, just some notes. This first page, if you ever look at it, don't forget, you don't have to worry about this at all. Instructions, all these details, they're more for our purchasing team, so you don't have to worry about that. Second page, vendor summary. This is where we would have vendors listed out for you guys. There's still going to be like a couple here and there on event contacts when you have them. Anything here that you guys don't need, there's things in here as well that like no market really needs, like fans or plywood sheets. We don't use those. Since it's a new document, we kind of put everything on here for all our events, and we're taking it out retroactively after the fact, just because we didn't want to delete anything you guys did need accidentally. So this is pretty long right now, and it'll only be shorter and shorter, especially for you guys. So it will look a lot more readable in the future.
Okay.
Orders and distribution, we go area by area after this. These are just general site supplies. Honestly, this is probably going to be where most of your stuff is. I don't know, traffic cones, quick covers. This isn't fully completed yet. There's, stuff that we will still be adding, but I just wanted to show you guys the format.
So this is ours with our head count, or with that count or is this just a general one that is this ours specifically right now?
This is yours. This is in your document library in the Western New York folder.
Okay.
So you can find it. It should say vendor tracker.
Okay. At the end of last year, I went and did an inventory of everything we have in stock. So I can look at that and make sure, because I think we are definitely going to need more quick covers and stuff this year, but I have all the signage.
Okay, great.
What we have, so I will compare it with that.
So I will say this document right here, this is more for vendor stuff, like tables, chairs, big stuff, like generators. Okay. For signage, that's also in your folder as a separate sheet. It just says signage. You'll see it. You also have a supply one.
I just noticed the quick cover thing, and that's one we always seem to have issues with, is the quick covers. So okay, no problem.
Yeah, no, it's good to know. Yeah, it'll be a lot more spelled out in future versions. We're just kind of starting out with this. But basically, from why do you stride down, this is where we go like area by area, and you can see everything you guys will have. This one isn't filled out as much. Jordan, do we get tables from the site as well?
Yep,
or do we have a vendor? Yeah. Oh, okay, great. And in the future, we might still fill these out and just write like site provided, so you guys know on the ground how many you have in the future. But yeah, you'll go through here. Basically, the idea is that for whoever's on the ground looking at this, you can just go from spot to spot and just like easily see how many you're supposed to have. Obviously, you guys can move them around however you want, but it's just nice to have.
This is a lot easier to,
it's long, but it makes more sense, I think. Another thing to note with your guys' sponsors and like all-stars, anything like that, once you guys know that, we'll put their names in here, have everything, all their details, and how many there are. This is just placeholders from last year.
Okay.
Last thing to mention is the vendor report. This is where we'll also have some more filled in the future. This will look kind of like your traditional IRF or vendor tracker from past years, where you'll have our vendors, or we might put the site here, Jordan, I don't know, just so that we know how many tables and chairs and things we have total, so that when it comes to event day and you need to know how many tables you have, you can just line this up to whatever invoice or whatever the site contact says you have, just to make sure it matches. And there's not that panic of, we don't have enough tables. Is it our fault? Is it their fault? That sort of thing. Try to make it easier. Does this make sense for now? Just the formatting, the layout of everything? Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. Great. Other than that, that is kind of all we have for you guys. You guys are special and pretty dialed in.
Jen, we're special.
In that form, and just, very unique in your layout, less tense. So a bit different.
Yeah.
But yeah, conversation doesn't end here. We'll get you a follow-up email that has this deck, has the recording. It'll also give you the slides. I know not a lot of it applies to you, but just so you know what the core package kind of entails. I'll also follow up with you guys about the DJ or AV vendor situation. But if we don't set up a one-off call before then, it'll be March until we speak next for that pre-event call. So yeah, you'll see us in your inbox before then, I'm sure. But if you ever have any questions, just reach out. Jordan's awesome, but so he's got everything covered for you.
We know. We know. We see him 3 times. Yeah, we see him through like 2 or 3 times a year, and usually day of, we never even have to talk to him.
Hey, I love my neighbors in New York.
That's the goal. Good idea. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much, and for everything you do. You guys are awesome. You make this super easy, so we really appreciate it.
Have fun at the Bandits game.
I sit right by the Jumbotron guy. I'm gonna be on camera all day.
She's going to be there on Saturday all the time.
I haven't been to a game. Wow. I used to go to school with Jeremy Thompson, so I went to a couple games back when he was playing, and then when he got traded somewhere else. Yeah, that's a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. Yeah, you got to come to them now. Now we're.
I know. I do. I should. Yep.
Yeah. We fill it 18,000 usually. So
that's great to hear.
Oh, that's fun. Jealous. All right. Well, I'm getting FOMO. It'll be fun. All right. Thank you guys so much for getting on the call.
Have a good night.
Have a great night. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Okay. Bye-bye.